Hey, what's going on there, guys? Welcome back to NFL News. Today I'm Darren, and today I'm doing a kind of reaction or comparison to my preseason record predictions and what actually ended up playing out. So before I get started with this video, if you could just take a second to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and share this with your friends, that'd be awesome. Really trying to start growing this YouTube channel, really want to get this off the ground. I haven't uploaded in a couple weeks. I was home for Christmas, schoolwork, stuff like that, but I promise you I'm going to be on that grind now. I'm going to be getting videos out as often as I can and different types of videos, so I hope you all look forward to that as much as I do. But with all that out of the way, let's get started with the video. So I'm going to start with the AFC North. We are starting with the Ravens. I predicted them going 13-3. They ended up going 11-5. So a lot of people thought the Ravens were, they're going to be one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFL. Then, they kind of slowed down mid-season. They had a couple of losses in a row, ended up picking up at the end of the year. I think they rattled off like 5 wins over the last 5 weeks in a row, and ended up finishing at 11-5. But on paper, at the beginning of the year, the Ravens looked dominant, and a lot of people saw them going 16-0. Clearly, that did not work out. The Browns, I predicted them going 11-5. In reality, they ended up going 11-5, so I got this one spot on. They ended up finishing a seed below the Ravens just because of the head-to-head tiebreakers with them. But yeah, the Browns looked very good on paper. They ended up being really good. Kevin Stefanski, great coach. Baker Mayfield ended up making huge strides as a quarterback. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, one of the best running back duos in the league, if not the best. Defense played well. Obviously, need some work over there, but nevertheless, a great team, 11-5. And I perfectly predicted that. Steelers, I predicted going 9-7, and in reality, they went 12-4. I thought their defense was going to be good again this year, and it was. However, I wasn't really expecting for Big Ben to have the kind of year he did. He was coming off of Tommy John surgery. Wasn't really sure how that was going to play out in the NFL. Obviously, it played out well. They started 11-0, and then lost 3 of their last 4, but still finished 12-4. They were they're number 3 in the AFC. So I got that one wrong by about 3 wins. And Bengals, I predicted going 6-10. In reality, went 4-11. They probably would have went 6-10 had Burrow not tore up his knee. But Burrow took that hit to the knee, tore up his ACL and MCL, and the Bengals ended up finishing at 4-11-1. Going on to the AFC South, I had the Titans going 12-4, but in reality, they ended up going 11-5. So one went off, but that's okay. They were a great team. Henry rushed for 2,000 yards. That's amazing. Tannehill played his butt off. A.J. Brown had a great year. Corey Davis had a breakout year. Offense was really good. Defense, not so much. That was looking to be the strong suit on that team. It struggled this year, but they ended up going 11-5 and won the AFC South over the Colts, who I predicted going 6-10. Looking back on this, I really don't know why. Nobody was really expecting for the defense to be that good as it was. It was number 1 for a little bit earlier on in the season. Now it finished at number 10, which is still a very good defense. But looking back, Frank Reich's a great coach. I don't know why I overlooked that. Phillip Rivers played great. Jonathan Taylor had a fantastic rookie year, finished 3rd in rushing yards. And, they ended up getting a lot of wins and went 11-5 and are actually the 7th seed, which is really weird. Texans 5-11, ended up going 4-12. That was 1 win off, but that's okay. DeAndre Hopkins not being there really didn't matter apparently for the Texans because Deshaun Watson still played amazingly. They had no run game though, and the defense was atrocious. And Deshaun Watson really picked, I don't know what Roman Crennel did, but whatever he did, it worked better than whatever Bill O'Brien was doing. And the Jaguars, I had going 4-12. They ended up going 1-15. I honestly think, on paper, they are a 4-12 team. Doug Marrone, I did not think was a good coach. I think Minshew is he's an average good quarterback. I just don't think Marrone liked him. Obviously, that's why he was benched. I still think Minshew has the capability of being a starter, but the defense wasn't good. They have good wide receiver depth, and the offensive line played bad. But, they clearly just tanked. Going to the AFC East, we got Bills. I had them going 12-4. They ended up going 13-3. I really thought this was going to be another defensive-led team. Completely wrong. Defense, not really too good this year. Josh Allen played amazing. An MVP caliber season. Probably won't win just because a couple other quarterbacks had a better year than him, but he still played amazing, made it to the Pro Bowl. God, that was just such a fun team to watch, and so awesome to see them do so well. Patriots had going 7-9, and they finished 7-9. Got that one right on the head. You know, switching from Tom Brady to Cam Newton, yeah, it wasn't going to be easy. Plus all the opt-outs. You know, I feel like next year, once they get all their players back, and, you know, maybe if they fix up the quarterback situation, I think they're going to be A-okay once again. Dolphins had going 4-12. They ended up going 10-6. I really wasn't expecting Tua to get as much playing time as he did. I thought Fitzpatrick was going to get a lot more, and, you know, last year was really turnover prone. Even this year is a good bit turnover prone. But the defense was amazing, aside from the last game of the year. But, yeah, I was really wrong about the Dolphins. Jets, I had going 2-14. They finished 2-14. Started 1-13 though, or 0-13. 1-2 straight and then lost the last game. But, you know, bad team, and, you know, everybody expect for them. Like 5-11 was probably their ceiling, not even. But 2-14 was a very easy prediction for the Jets. Chiefs, I had 13-3. They ended up going 14-2, so I was 1 win off. But yeah, Chiefs played great this year. Patrick Mahomes still is a baller. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are fantastic. They had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Le'Veon Bell. Just that whole team is perfectly assembled. And that system, that whole team, it's just a really great team. Broncos at 10-6. They ended up going 5-11. You know, on paper, it looked like Broncos were going to be good. I feel like Drew Lock was going to take some strides. I thought they had a great run game. I thought they had great weapons. The defense was supposed to be good. It just didn't work out. Von Miller not being there just did not help them. And the Broncos really disappointed me. Raiders 9-7. They ended up going 8-8. In my actual prediction video, 9-7 actually would have gotten them into the playoffs. But they ended up finishing 8-8. Really fell apart once again at the end of the year. Like, sure, they won against the Jets. Congrats. But it's like they lost a lot of games at the end of the year. That defense is atrocious. Offense is still good. So at least John Gruden still knows how to coach an NFL offense. Needs help on defense though. Chargers 5-11. They ended up going 7-9. I actually remember this. I had them going 5-11 because I thought their quarterback play was not going to be good. Justin Herbert was super raw coming into the year, and Tyrod Taylor, well, you know, just not a very good quarterback. However, they won 7-9 because of their quarterback play, because Justin Herbert played like a monster. He's probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. However, the defense was bad, and they just could not win close games. Moving on to the NFC, we got the Packers. I had going 11-5, finished 13-3 for the second year in a row. Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers, fantastic. Rodgers, I mean, that's probably the MVP right there. I think it should be Henry because I feel like 2,000 yards deserves the MVP, but Rodgers was the best quarterback in the league, and it wasn't even close. You know, just everything else, it was just a great team. Defense could use some work, but even then, best offense in the league, they were just so fun to watch. Vikings, I thought were going to go 11-5. They ended up finishing 7-9. That offense played well, very well actually. Great offense. The defense just killed them though, like a bottom 5 defense. Not good, but yeah. And what are you going to do about that? I had the Lions going 6-10. They ended up finishing 5-11, so I wasn't too off. Matt Patricia ended up getting fired, but, you know, he was just not a good coach, and I just don't think the Lions were in a good situation to begin the year, and clearly didn't play well. Bears, I thought were going to go 4-12, ended up going 8-8 and made the tournament. You know, I thought the Bears' offense was just bad, and it still kind of is bad. I didn't really think Mitch Trubisky was going to do all that good this year. Didn't think Nick Foles was going to do all that good this year, and Trubisky played well towards the end of the year, but Foles didn't really do good. Trubisky obviously didn't play well, which is why he was benched for Foles. But the defense kind of held them into the games, and 8-8 is how they finished, and they ended up being 7th seed in the NFL, or in the NFC, excuse me. Bucks, I had going 12-4. They finished 11-5. You know, a lot of people are like, oh my God, this team, how are they going to succeed? Brady and Arians don't like each other. I made a video on that. Clearly, it's false. Their offense was so potent. The defense even ended up playing well. Actually, you thought the defense could hold them back. It propelled them a good bit. They finished 1 win under than what I thought they were going to get, but still played great. Bucks made the playoffs for the first time since 2007. And yeah, they're the 5th seed in the NFL, or in the NFC. I keep on saying that. Saints, I thought we were going to go 11-5. They ended up going 12-4. So once again, 1 win off. So, you know, it was a good team. Great offense, great defense, great run game, great pass game. They had it all. They have it all. It's a great team they got over there in the Bayou. Falcons, I thought we were going to go 10-6. They ended up going 4-12. Yeah, defense. Just did not play well this year. Dan Quinn got fired. Matt Ryan, he had a little bit of a down year. Offense wasn't really too good. I thought Todd Gurley was actually going to do a lot better than he actually did. Clearly he did not, but yeah, really overhyped this team. Panthers, I thought we were going to go 3-13. They ended up going 5-11. Matt Rule, I think he's a good coach. You've seen what he's done at Baylor. You've seen what he's done at Temple. Started off slow there, but then ended up succeeding. I think it's going to be the same case in the NFL for him. But yeah, CMC was out for the entire year, so really hard to do well when your all-pro running back isn't playing. NFC East, I had the Eagles going 10-6. They went 4-11-1. I think beginning of the season, I don't think anybody saw this coming. Like I knew that this was their floor, but I didn't think they'd actually go this way. Offense was bad. Defense was bad. Pearson's a bad head coach. There's so many issues with this team. 4-11-1 accurately describes their play. Cowboys, I thought we were going to go 10-6. They ended up going 6-10. The offense was spectacular. If Dak Prescott stayed healthy for the entire duration of the year, he probably would have been winning MVP. But he got hurt. Andy Dalton didn't play bad, but, you know, didn't play. I mean, he played good, but if he played better, probably would have won a couple more games. That defense was horrendous. It was setting records for all the wrong reasons for like the first 3/4 of the year. And yeah, they ended up finishing 6-10. Giants, or the Gants as I have them listed. The Giants, I thought were going to go 2-14. End up going 6-10. Offense wasn't good. Everybody predicted that, or everybody felt like that was going to happen. But the defense was great. Joe Judge really came in and turned that defense around, and that's what kept them into the NFC East until the last game of the season. And the football team, I thought was going to go 1-15. They ended up going 7-9. Offense wasn't good. Everybody thought that. I thought Haskins was going to be starting for a lot longer than he did. He didn't. Smith ended up winning games for them. But I really underestimated that defense, and I really underestimated Ron Rivera. That was really wrong of me. They both were great. And now the football team won the East at 7-9. And finally, the NFC West. We have the 49ers at 14-2, and finishing 6-10. Injuries just killed this team, Garoppolo was hurt for a lot of the year. Mostert was hurt. Kittle was hurt. Ayuk was hurt. Purser Debo Samuel was hurt for a good bit of the year. Nick Bosa wasn't on the team. Everybody was just getting hurt. And they're lucky they went 6-10, to be honest. Seahawks, I thought were going to go 10-6. They ended up going 12-4. Didn't really think the defense was all that good. Played better than I expected them to. Offense was really good at the beginning of the year. Slowed down about halfway through, but they still finished strong. 12-4, won the West. Good for them. Actually, the first time they won the West since 2016, which is really weird to think about. Cardinals, I thought were going to go 7-9. They ended up going 8-8. If you know me, I don't like college offenses in the NFL. I just think it's stupid. I don't think it's ever going to work. And, it looked like the offense was working, but it just took a halt. I don't know what happened with the offense. And the defense ended up playing they started off at 5-2, I think, or 6-2, something like that. And then they just lost games, and some games they probably should have won also. It was just not a good year for the Cardinals. Rams 6-10, ended up going 10-6. Goff still didn't play well, but defense was the best in the league. Nobody expected that. And then the offense played well enough. Golf, mediocre at best. They ended up finishing 10-6, ended up clinching a playoff spot, so they're back in the playoffs. And see, look right here, the team I overhyped the most was 49ers. I mean, they ended up doing bad because of injuries, so I can't really predict that. But the teams I underestimated most were the Dolphins and Washington football team. Both of them really proved me wrong, as shown by how I thought they were going to go and how they actually ended up going. But yeah, that's all for this video, so thank you all for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, share this with your friends. Like I said before earlier in the video, really want to get this YouTube channel off the ground. I'm going to be making more videos, so don't you worry. But yeah, that's all for right now. Thank you all for watching. See y'all next time.